This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
The Fellowship.
Good evening and welcome to Terre Haute North High School for today's baseball contest between two teams that need no introduction. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon, Brad Pierce here with you from Terre Haute North High School. The Terre Haute North Patriots hosting their crosstown rivals, Terre Haute South.
Teams are young, and I think that there's a lot of great things in the future that we're going to be seeing out of these two teams, but I still think we're going to have a great outcome tonight, a good battle between these two cross-county rivals here.
You know, when you look at the fact that there is so much youth that is served on these two teams, and that, like you mentioned, it bodes well for the future, but at the same time, I know as a coach, you kind of scratch your head a little bit and have to just bite your tongue and be a little patient.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. There's some great freshmen on both sides of the field here tonight for these teams. So I know there's kids like, let's see, Nate Millington and the Goda kid that plays right field for Terre Haute. I mean, young kids, and they've got a bright future. They just got to stay within themselves and enjoy this season and see what happens in the future.
You know, and for a student athlete, sometimes it's hard to enjoy the moment when you don't have the success that you would love to have. And so you mentioned these players kind of sticking with it and being patient. How do you put the words and put action to the words and kind of and be patient and when you want that success right away?
Yeah, well, as an ex-player, high school, college myself, I've been on many teams that weren't competitive, and you just got to learn to, just do what you can do. Don't have expectations that you can't reach. And both of these teams, they're not terrible,
right?
But they're not where both coaches probably want them to be. But again, they're great teams, they're great programs, and they're going to build from this season. So I look forward to a good matchup tonight.
When you look at the records, Terre Haute South coming in with a record. I hope these what they have on Max Preps are accurate. They have them at a 9-7 overall. The Terre Haute North Patriots coming in with a record of 4-5, and that seemed like a low number of games. Is that what you had? Something like that?
Well,
I was kind of surprised when I saw that game total 4-5. It made me wonder if there were some games that weren't, submitted or something. Only 9 games. That's a really low number.
Yeah,
but
Max Preps, I like going there to look for stats too, but they're not always updated.
Yeah, that's right. So somebody out there probably knows the actual record and is telling me through their device what the record is. But we'll go with 4-5, and regardless what the record is, whether it's 4-5 or 6-8 or 10-12, the record is not what the coach Spetter and what the Patriots would like at this point. But postseason plays right around the corner. You just never know what'll happen. Both teams are being on the field. We'll have some action for you shortly. Terre Haute South Braves finishing up their on-field warm-ups, and you kind of watch them, and you just kind of see some of the youth. You talk about the youth, and you can just kind of see. Even when they're taking infield practice, there's some growing pains. Even just kind of putting an eyeball to them for me for the first time.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. These two teams have already played once this season. So South came away with the early victory, and again, this is the glove game. I think this is the one that matters to both teams. So, South's just got to stay within themselves, and where they're at right now is I don't think that they have a big ball game plan. They don't have anybody that can drive the ball out of the park. I know Ty Stoltz and Brady Wilson, and there's some good players on this team, but for the most part, they're gap-to-gap team. Or, moving base runners, hitting behind their base runners, or hitting behind them, moving runners. North, same thing. I mean, for South to have taken the first game, North's going to have to come up with a little different game plan. And having talked to Coach Scott Lawson today, he's made some few changes, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Yes, North hosting South, the crosstown rivals, back at it again. We'll take our quick break here on the pregame show. Come back and get you set for action. This high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Back at Terre Haute North High School, it was a beautiful day for baseball. We'll have contest here momentarily, and I know they'll have the introduction of the starting lineup soon and the national anthem. Nice crowd on hand. We're going to try to get to the lineup for you while we have a moment. For the Terre Haute South Braves, batting first, playing second base, Levi Weidenbender. Cam Hoke will play right field and bat second. Ty Stoltz will play third base, batting third. Ross Olson will be behind the plate, and he'll be the cleanup hitter. Protecting Olson will be Brady Wilson, the shortstop. Nathan Wright batting sixth, playing first base. Aiden Napier, the DH, batting seventh. Brady Weidenbender playing left field, batting eighth. Matthew Ewing, the center fielder, will bat ninth for the Terre Haute North Patriots. Bryson Carpenter plays center field and bat first. Behind him will be Briar Goda, right fielder. Shortstop Nathan Millington bat third. Kyler Dixon, second baseman, will be the cleanup hitter. Ken Jepson, the catcher, will protect Kyler Dixon. Kendall Gregg, first baseman, will bat sixth. Peyton Lintonich, designated hitter, will bat seventh. Dylan King, batting eighth and playing third base. And Noah Bray, your left fielder, rounding out the lineup for the Terre Haute North Patriots. The starting pitcher for the Terre Haute North Patriots will be Jackson Toma. Starting pitcher for the Terre Haute South Braves will be Gunnar Langer. So we'll have the introductions here in a matter of moments as look like the players are ready. You know, this is just a few minutes before game time. They're kind of crouched and perched right in their dugouts. These are the last few minutes before a rivalry game.
Yeah,
What's
I think
that like?
everybody's looking for the umpires right now.
I think you might be right. As you know, we if they take a little bit too long, we might have a couple of dads to volunteer to call balls and strikes and just play this thing. I don't know, they're not obviously going to do that, but I know there'll be some folks that are anxious to get this thing underway.
There's always a few umpires in the stands, or at least they think they are.
Just a couple. Just a couple. You know, when you look at the stands are full, man. This is people are taking advantage of the weather that we have, the fact that they're coming out for the ball game, and that's what you want to see, the community come out, support these young men. Is just something that I know they definitely appreciate.
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere tonight. I mean, when you get two colossal teams like North and South playing against each other, it's going to bring people out, and tack on the weather on top of it, I mean, it
Yeah.
just makes it even that better. So I like seeing young kids, students out here supporting the team because
Right.
baseball, it's a great sport, but let's be honest, it doesn't get the love like football and
No,
basketball does. So
it doesn't. It doesn't. But you look at the weather though. I mean, obviously basketball played indoors. Football's usually cold around these parts,
yeah,
except for the first. Well, it's either 90 degrees and humid, or it's 45 and chilly. But when you look at baseball, it's just you can come out, you can get your work on your suntan.
that's
Got
right.
to put on some sunscreen,
Yeah,
and
get that vitamin D.
that's right. And you can maybe pop out some umbrellas if you are on the baseline. And I mean, you know, it's it's a fan friendly game, and I better stop while I'm ahead on that. But I think there are a lot of folks that like baseball, or either to come to watch and just be outside. It's nothing like being outside.
There's nothing like being outside, especially on a day like today. So
Mhm.
I hope the fans that come out tonight, if they're not typically fans that come to watch baseball, I hope they have a good experience, and I
That's
hope
right.
they become lifelong baseball fans. So it's a great sport. It's been a great sport to me my whole life, so I love it.
Well, we're going to step aside for another break as we are kind of waiting on the officials to be able to step in and get this thing started. We'll step aside one more time, and we'll hopefully come back and be able to get this started. You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And a big thank you to our sponsors, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield, a total of 5 to serve you. Our camera operators, Kenan Harper, Noah Gassino, and Sebastian De La Rosa. Our video technician, Keith Lawson, and we're produced and directed by Mr. Tony Harper. We also want to give our first plug for some more baseball that'll be going on this weekend on Sunday afternoon, a noon first pitch. We'll be out at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for Senior Day as Manchester Spartans come to town. It's Manchester at Rose, a twin bill. Sunday at noon, pregame at 11:45 right here on the Indiana Sports Network. Should be a really, hopefully the storms will hold off, but it's supposed to be very warm on Sunday. I think the high of upper 80s, I think I was seeing that.
Wow.
Look, it's kind of seeing what the weather would be like on Sunday. They also said maybe close to 70% chance of storms. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I know that in Oklahoma, where I was yesterday, the temperature was high of 70. Today it said high of 92.
Wow.
So I just missed the heat wave getting out of there when I did. But it's just some warmer weather coming through the Midwest. So all these weather changes that that we see, hopefully will not bring the storms around here.
Yeah, there's nothing like Midwest weather,
Oh
is
my
there? It
gosh.
could be 40 tomorrow and
Yeah.
90 the day after.
That's right.
So
Just never know. My dad always talks about keeping a couple extra layers in the car.
Oh yeah.
So let's see if we're going to get things started here. Probably have the national anthem here in a moment. But Terre Haute North, Terre Haute South, we mentioned these two teams played earlier this week. Did you happen to see any of that game by chance?
I didn't see it, but I saw a lot of the highlights, so I know it was a pretty close game until late innings, and I know Ty Stoltz had a long ball that kind of put him up. I want to say 2-1 in like the bottom of the fifth or sixth or something. So it looked like it was a pretty good game, but it looked like it was a low-scoring game.
So when these two teams get together, you always expect it to be memorable in one way or another. It doesn't matter what sport we're talking about. These games between North and South are usually something that you can remember. So you're going to see the player introductions. I'm starting for
number 5, Colin Knox.
Terre Haute South. We're going to introduce the non-starters first.
Number 11, Jackson Stewart.
Let's see players
16, AJ Overton.
being announced.
Number 22, Hayden McCord. Number 23, Caleb Hunsaker. Number 24, Jamison Clark. And number 32, Cameron Ellis.
And now the starting lineup for the Braves.
Starting lineup for the Braves. Leading off, playing second base, number 4, Levi Weidenbender. Batting second, playing right field, number 6, Cam Hope.
It was Levi Weidenbender and Cam Hope.
At third base, number 3, Ty Stoltz. Batting cleanup, doing the catching, number 13, Ross Olson.
Stoltz and Olson.
Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 2, Brady Wilson.
Also going to be very important tonight behind the plate. All these catchers tonight trying to keep the ball in front of them is going to be so important.
Batting seventh, number 42, Aiden Napier. He's batting for the pitcher, number 12, Gunnar Langer. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 7, Brady Weidenbender. And batting ninth, playing center field, number 9, Matthew Ewing.
And now the introductions of the Terre Haute North Patriots. They'll start with the non-starters yet. Still don't see any officials. Do you see any umpires?
I do not.
Okay. All
Number
right.
10, Jacob Purdy. Number 28,
They must be close.
Number 77, Austin Black. And number 20, Parker Hyam. Starting lineup for the Patriots tonight. Leading off in center field, number 7, Bryson Carpenter. Batting second in right field, number 3, Briar Goda. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 14, Nate Millington. Batting cleanup at second base, number 2, Kyler Dixon. Batting fifth, behind the plate, number 4, Cam Judson. Batting sixth at first base, number 45, Kendall Gregg. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 1, Peyton Lynchnick. He's batting for the pitcher, number 27, Jackson Toma. Batting eighth at third base, number 30, Dylan King. And batting ninth, playing left field, number 22, Noah Bray.
And you saw and heard the introductions of the starting lineups, and so we'll have the national anthem be played. We'll be right back after these messages.
Celebration of our student athletes.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And we have had most of the preliminaries as the Terre North Patriots will take the field. And
with
I don't
no umpires.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly this is going to work. We're going to have maybe we're going to try out the automated, the high school automated strike calling system. Somebody will call balls and strikes, and then we'll call out at bases.
Maybe they'll just have someone stand out behind the pitcher's mound from each team and call the opposing team's strikes, balls and strikes.
Kind of like you did in Little League.
That's
you know?
right.
I mean, I don't know if we can even, instead of having pinch runners, we can just call Ghost Man.
That's right.
Maybe we can dust that off tonight too.
Yeah, that brings back the old wiffle ball memories.
Man, I'm telling you, those are the good old days when your coach told you to stop playing wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Going to mess up your arm.
Nope. Look who we got coming in here.
Oh, ready.
Yeah,
hey.
we got them strolling
on
in like they know what's going on tonight.
Just timed it perfectly, and we got a 4-man crew.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like MLB
well,
tonight.
This is serious. This is north-south.
It is. It is serious. Not serious enough to be on time, but it's serious. All right, so we'll be able to officially play baseball as you see Jackson Toma getting his warm-up tosses as we get ready to get this thing started. Jackson, a senior, right-handed thrower.
For those that are new to the ballpark, restrooms are located on the back side of the building.
The Terre Haute North home jerseys, I think, are very sharp. The all whites with the blue and red numbers and letters, the red trim with those jerseys. I do like that.
Very nostalgic looking.
It is. It really is.
And then South's got the little bit more new age look to it with the little striped black and red jerseys there that aren't button up, just pullovers.
Pull over, yeah. Kind of like your Little League All-Star travel team variety. You'll pull over, yeah. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say this first inning might be interesting with balls and strikes because normally the umpire will crouch behind the pitchers.
Yeah, watch a few.
Yeah, and that has not happened today.
Nope.
So we're going in this thing blind. Umpire knows what the strike zone is. He knows what his strike zone is. And we're just going to go for it. We're just going to wing it tonight.
It's always nice seeing the umpire and the catcher shake hands before the game.
It is.
It's like a mutual agreement. Hey, you protect me, I'll protect you.
That's right.
Maybe I'll give you a call that I wouldn't otherwise. Get that ball off my shoulder, my elbow.
Levi Weinbender, the second baseman, will be the first batter to face Jackson Toma. Toma pours a strike in there.
That's a good pitch on the outside corner. It's what you want to see out of your pitcher, starting off early and often right around the plate.
Indeed.
Well, he looks like he's ready to go tonight, Walt.
I think he might be. Inside and outside on the Those two pitches. The 0-2. Popped up, out of play on the infield. Dylan King, Nate Millington, Kyler Dixon, and Kendall Gray going from left to right. Noah Bray, Bryson Carpenter, Brian Goder, your outfield. Battery, Jackson Toma, and Cam, I am Judson. High heat, and not going to be able to catch up with that. Strike one, strikeout number one.
Coming to the plate, number 6, Cam Hoke.
Cam Hope, the right fielder, stepping in.
Back-to-back lefties.
You know, so this is my first time, I think, seeing that at any point this season.
Really?
Well,
you
not
need to
just
go watch Rose Holman because they
well,
got a lot of lefties too.
Yeah, but in any of the Rhodes games, I can't remember seeing back-to-back lefties in any of the games that I've seen. High heat once again, and Toma is really pumping him in there.
Yeah, he's doing a good job keeping that ball. You know, he's pitching quickly, and he's pitching up in the zone, and it's hard for these south hitters to catch up to it right now.
Fouled out of play. You know, you're looking at that outer third, right on the black, as they say, and that's really hard to square up.
Yeah, and he fouled it off to the left side as a left-handed hitter. That's telling you he's a little late. What Toma doesn't want to do here is throw something off speed and speed his bat speed up. Yeah, he keeps it fast on the outside. Good job there.
Old Dylan King over third base going to have to be ready. He's just right on the grass. You know, even with the bag, maybe a little step in, it looks like. And there's your first off-speed pitch, chopped. Tough play for Toma as it took a crazy wicked hop on that second hop.
And it's tricky. You got to go get that big hop and don't let that ball play you. And that ball just short hopped him and ate him up there. So little infield hit right there. I mean, I don't think that's a misplayed ball. He would have beat it out.
So Hoke, infield single. Now Ty Stoltz, the third baseman, who also wears number 3 and also is in the left batter's box.
That's a triplicate of
How about
lefties tonight.
Man, I used to love pitching to left-handed batters. I felt like I was less likely to hit them.
Yeah, I used to love hitting off right-handed hitters.
Okay.
Or pitchers, excuse me.
High pop-up. Millington calls it, is under it, and makes the catch for out number 2. So Hoke has to stay at first base. There are now 2 outs. Ross Olson, the catcher, comes to the plate.
You can see why Ross Olson's in the 4-hole. It looks like a big, strong kid.
Yeah, he does.
First one from the right-handed side tonight.
First pitch out there for ball 1. It's going to be interesting trying to see the scoreboard for a number of innings. Also our monitor because of the glare. So we'll have to make sure we hear the umpire there.
If I'm Coach Kyle Kramer right now, I'm trying to find a way to get Cam Hoke to second base with 2 outs so a single scores him.
I agree. 1-1 to count to Olsen.
There he goes.
Throw down to second. In time, is it? Got him! Strong throw from Cam Justin. Millington the tag. Braves don't score, coming from the bottom of the first after these messages.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you're always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And boy, what a way to get out of that inning. It was a 2-out opportunity for the Braves to get someone in scoring position, and Cam Judson is strong through the second base to get Cam Hoke, who was trying to steal second, and the Patriots get out of the inning. Come up to the plate, starting with Bryson Carpenter, Briar Goda, and Nathan Millington. And I know that Coach Lawson and the crew are hoping to get plenty more up to the plate to face Gunnar Langer.
And you know, Walt, Gunnar, I know, threw against North the first time that they played last weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how North handles this game, having just faced them about a week ago.
Appeal down to first, said no. The ball 1 to Carpenter on the pitch that looked pretty close to the plate. Sharply hit, the shortstop gobbled up and thrown over. Good play by short-handed Brady Wilson, the quarterback on the football team, plays on the basketball team. Coach's son, and just an all-around athlete. Is you know, that's the type of kid that you would expect to see playing short.
You know, and one thing I'm seeing, Walt, is Gunnar. He doesn't have a lot of velocity, but he's got movement on his ball.
Yes, he does, just like that.
Yeah, he throws a curveball there, but even on his fastball, it tails back into lefties and away from righties.
Yes.
So unless that ball's on the inner third, they're going to want to try and maybe take that ball opposite field tonight, because the ball's going to be running away from righties all night.
And that one had some late action going back over the plate on the outside corner. So 1-1. Kind of changed his arm angle there. So, so some a crafty, a crafty start for Mr. Langer. Little flare into left for Briar Goda. He'll get on base.
And as a pitcher, that's one you just hate, because that's a great pitch that Gunnar threw. He got it in on his hands, and he just fisted it over third base. And you just kind of shake your head and tip your hat at the hitter, and you say, well done.
That's right.
You got lucky. I'll get you next time.
Nathan Millington looking at the field for the Braves, excuse me. Braden Weidenbender, Matthew Ewing, Cam Hope. From left to right in your outfield. Squaring the bunt, and bunting an off-speed pitch, not easy. Throw down the first, gets away from Nathan Wright, and the runners would advance to second and third. So runners in scoring position with just 1 out. I would imagine that would go E2, a little throwing error, or
yeah, that's got to be E2, because that's not on the first baseman to pick that. Now you hope he does, but that's not an easy play. So that's got to go against the catcher there.
Boy, I tell you, I give Millington lots of credit for getting that bunt down. There's a breaking ball with lots of movement on it, and he really stayed with that. Kyler Dixon, cleanup hitter, has an opportunity here with a 1-0 count. On the infield, Ty Stoltz, Brady Wilson, Levi Weidenbender, and Nathan Wright. Ross Olson, the battery mate for Langer. 2 on, 1 out, and a 2-0 count to number 2.
And it looks like the Terre Haute South Braves are going to play in on the corners. That way, if something's hit directly at them, they can look the runner back to third before they go first.
Looking at Briar Goda at third base, Nathan Millington at second base for the Patriots. He's got some good speed on the base pass.
Yeah, that's your 2 young freshmen right there for the Patriots. Excuse me.
Pop out to right, should score a run, and the run does come home, and the runner from second advances to third. So sacrifice fly for Kyler Dixon, and the Patriots draw first blood. Cam Judson, the catcher, to the plate. Talk about strong young man. This is it's a big kid right here in the batter's box for the Patriots, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Nice pitch, breaking ball to start him off with, and you try to sit dead red, and you see that coming at you. Wouldn't be surprised if he sees another one at some point, but you also see Langer staying away from him with pitch number 2. Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That is I thought he'd see that again. And Langer gets away with that one as Matthew Ewing records the 3rd out. The Patriots score 1, coming back for the top of the 2nd after these messages.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
As Jackson Toma comes out for inning number 2 of work, Kim Judson has the gear on now and is ready to get things started. Ty Stoltz, who's, let's see. Nope, I think I have that wrong. Do I have that right?
Yeah, it should be Ross Olsen.
Ross Olsen's still up. I'm sorry.
Yep,
Ross
he's still
Olsen,
because of the throw out of second base.
Yeah, I had that marked as Stoltz. I'm like, that's not possible because Stoltz is the third batter. So Stoltz will have a clean slate.
Olsen?
Olsen, gosh. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
We're good. We're good.
It takes 2, folks.
That's right.
Up there, Hacken goes to right field, and Briar Goda should be able to get there. He does. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brady Wilson, shortstop, made a nice play in the first inning. See strike 1. You know, the Terre Haute South football team coming off of a very fine season last year. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Braves have on the gridiron this year. When you look at Wilson at the plate, makes me think about him taking snaps under center or in shotgun in the fall. I took a lot of guff from some of the South students and coaches. Look at Wilson going into the gap. That's going to be 2 for Wilson as that gets deep to the wall. Wilson in there with a double for the second hit for the Braves. I caught a lot of guff from people from the South Side for not giving the football team enough credit.
Oh.
And as a former Brave, it kind of cut deep. But I came back with, well, you got to prove it, man. You got to earn it.
That's right.
I look forward to seeing them try to repeat on a winning season, a fine season. So, hopefully I'll be able to give them enough credit to where they won't come at me and say, hey, come on now.
Yeah, there's
Give
nothing
some love.
worse than being turned on by your own people.
That's right. The batter, Nathan Wright, turned on that one a little bit too early as he was trying to get Wilson to the plate. Wright, the first baseman. Tolman, the second inning of work. Off-speed pitch, a little bit low, as we have runner on second with 1 out. Wind kind of swirling. It looks like it's going to left right now. Be interesting to see how that progresses over the course of the evening.
Yeah, Nathan Wright, there's less than 2 outs. He's looking to put something in play, but anything through the right side scores a run.
Yes.
Left side, obviously the runner's got to watch it through, but
you look at second baseman Kyler Dixon holding on the runner.
Yeah.
So that hole is massive. Good stop by Judson. As the South bench making a lot of noise over there, aren't they?
I think, yeah.
That's good.
They're pretty vocal tonight.
Yeah,
they have every right to be.
Yeah, that's what you want. Chopper foul. Going King's direction down there toward third base. Brad, I'm glad I got your last name right tonight.
You and me both.
Outside corner, missed him. First walk issued by Toma.
Judson kind of looks back at the umpire, and I don't think he was upset. He just said, "Was that, how far out was that, or how much did we miss that by?" So,
trying to gauge things. You want to know. Aiden Napier, the designated hitter. 2 runners aboard. Outside goes Toma for ball 1. Cam Judson gonna have to be careful with these tosses back. That one's a little high. Toma had to leap to catch that. You want your middle infielders to back him up. High pop up. Is it going to be playable? Just out of reach, and it comes through the netting as a little bit of a. I wasn't sure if it was going to be playable. It was going to be a close call, but Justin gave it a fine effort. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good job by Napier to hold
Lay
off of that high heat.
Yeah, those are always hard to catch up to.
Right. The 7-hole hitter. Chopper to short. Millington trying to turn 2, throw it to first. Oh, what a stretch! A great stretch by Kendall Gregg, and the Patriots get out of the inning. Right back for the bottom of the second after these messages.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
What an appropriate song being played. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. The Patriots turning to get Jackson Toma out of that inning. And boy, you come up with a lot of momentum to the plate. Kendall Gregg, Peyton Lintonich, and Dylan King. Patriots turning to 6-4-3 double play with a great stretch by first baseman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was an easy one. I almost didn't need an appeal, though.
I don't even think I would have appealed it. You're right. But kudos for the umpire to, ask for help.
I love the pitch sequencing there. As you go outside, you get him to extend the zone, and you go back out there for the 1-2. And Greg up the middle. Oh, what a snare. What a snare by Gunnar Langer. It would have been played by Wilson, I would imagine, as well, but Langer fielding his position.
Coming to bat, number 1.
Yeah, and you don't ask that too much of your pitchers, but it's great when they do. They become fielders, and you have confidence that they can make a great defensive play, and Gunnar did that just there.
Lintonich, the designated hitter.
Find it. Oh, yeah.
Strike one. And the check swing. The yellow batting gloves for Peyton. You know, Gunnar, I said that earlier, is a very crafty guy on the mound as he mixes his pitches well, he mixes his locations well. You talked about that movement.
Yeah, it's almost like he throws, a changeup. What you do is you kind of roll over when you throw a changeup, and it almost was like his fastball is almost like it runs outside like a changeup as he gets the strikeout right there. Great pitch by Gunnar Lang, so he looks to be locked in right now in the early goings.
Stepping in the box, number 30, Dylan King.
Dylan King, the third baseman.
I think a lot of Gunnar's success is normally location. I mean, he's almost kind of like a Greg Maddux type. He's not going to be overpowering, but he's got a lot of movement on his balls, and if he's hitting his spots, especially if he's hitting his spots, his ball may even move 2 inches outside, and it's just hard as a hitter to keep your hands and not go after that ball that's running away out of the strike zone.
2 balls, 1 strike. It kind of reminds me of a kind of a crafty guard in basketball. Not overly athletic, kind of reminds me like a Mark Jackson for a local flair. Played with the Pacers for a number of years.
Yeah, not a lot of flair, but they just know how to compete and they know how to get it done.
Yep. And a walk to King. That'll be the first walk issued by Langer. So both pitchers have issued a walk now. And Noah Bray at the bat. 1 on with 2 outs. Patriots lead 1-0. Outside corner once again. I just love when pitchers command the outside corner.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like an art form. You watch them; they're painting a Picasso right now.
I love the way you put that. How about Nathan Wright fielding his position, ranging toward the hole at second, getting back to the bag. Patriots don't score, but they're still up 1. We'll be back for the third.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
1-0, the Patriots up. Jackson Toma will face 8-9-1. That's Brady Weinbender to start off. I don't actually know if this is Joe Toma's son, although that's what I'm going to guess. I don't know that for sure. I might have to ask.
Good hack by Brady there.
Yep. Matthew Ewing on deck. Brady, the left fielder.
Well, as a pitcher, you like that call.
Yes,
As a hitter, you don't like that call.
Brady going with the high water look tonight. And he goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Toma. You know, Toma was such a strong first inning, then had a couple of runners on inning number 2. Had to labor just a little bit, but was helped by that double play. Matthew Ewing looks at strike 1.
It's crazy that the styles in sports, even, it's not just even in fashion, but the style in baseball pants from when I played. You had the hive socks, you had the baggy over the shoe, look, and right now it looks like they're going with high waters.
Yes.
They almost look like if they had white socks, they could do the Michael Jackson moonwalk.
They could.
With these pants. So it's just interesting, the different styles throughout the years.
Looking for that the outside corner just close. And you look at the on deck circle, Levi Weidenbender, the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just hey, not good for me, but these youngsters, they're all for it.
It's in basketball too. They're wearing the Larry Bird shorts.
Yeah, that's right. Little shorts,
crazy.
man.
But
those leg huggers, almost said something else.
I sound like one of my parents whenever I was.
That's right.
You don't understand, Mom, Dad.
Pop up behind first base. Greg is there. Makes the play for out number 2.
Coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 4.
So the top of the lineup with 2 outs and no one on, as the Braves get through the lineup for the first time officially. Still looking for run number 1. Weidenbender struck out in the first and was
he wasn't fooled by that one.
No, he was not. 325 down the right field line, and he was hunting that pole. Wind pretty still right now. Ooh, a great pitch. Great pitch by Toma to go 0-2.
Toma's got a little bit of movement on his fastball too. Looks like he might be throwing a little bit of a 2-seamer there.
Ooh, boy, I tell you what. Weidenbender did a great job to lay off that high heat. Probably would have been strike 3.
Yeah. Always hard to catch up to the high heat.
That's right. Oh, boy, he went down and rung him up. Might have been a tad bit low, but Old Blue says it's strike 3. Patriots come to bat with a 1-run lead.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Patriots.
Top of the lineup as the Patriots come for their at-bat in the third inning. Looking to expand on their 1-run lead. Bryson Carpenter, senior center fielder, will lead things off. Led off in the first inning and grounded out to Wilson at short. Looks like strike 1.
And I'm sure I've talked about it before, but if anybody's had a baseball body, Bryce Carpenter.
I'm telling you.
I mean, look at that. Like, looks like those pants are painted on. He's got some thick quads.
Yes, he does, and that was sky high out there in right field. Charging in on it was Cam Hope. So Carpenter 0-2. 0-4-2. Briar Goda, the right fielder. Goda scored the only run tonight after he got on via single. Ooh, what a pitch by Langer.
Little backdoor curveball there. Thought it was going to be inside, and she just sneaked in the back door.
Oh, that one went behind him. He could have worn one if it had stuck his booty out just a little bit. If you're going to get hit, you want to get hit in the fat part.
Yeah, you want to get hit where the meat's at.
That's right. Right up the middle. A nice piece of hitting by Goda. He's 2 for 2.
Not trying to do too much, just staying within himself, going with the pitch. Great hit up the middle there by Brad Goda.
You mentioned the youngsters of Goda and Millington right here in the toward the top of the lineup, and they've been productive. Millington looks at strike one. I tell you, I mean, the plate coverage for Millington, when you look at how tall he is and how long his arms are.
Arms, yeah.
Laid down a very nice bunt in the first inning. Langer goes back-to-back all-speed pitches. Millington is in a hole, 0-2.
And it's crazy, but this is my favorite time to hit. With 2 strikes, spread out, shorten your swing. The strike zone widens. You get all types of opportunities to get a hit here, as long as you're not fooled and as long as you're not beat.
Millington with the red socks, blue shoes. The 1-2 from Langer. Langer a little more deliberate with his delivery there, and goes to first base for, I think, the first time checking on a runner.
Yeah, not necessarily a deceiving first, pickoff to first move, but kept him honest there.
And when you look at now the pitch at 2-2, you see what kind of lead Goda gets at first base. He had a pretty healthy lead last pitch. Millington looks at ball 3, a great eye as he looked at a couple sweeping off-speed pitches that broke outside.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed right now with Gunner is he's got a what's called a slide step, so he doesn't kick his leg up very high when he goes home.
Runner moves, ball goes the other way. He's going to get down. What a catch by Brady Weidenmiller out there in left field. And Goda has to scamper back to first base. That probably would have scored a run had he not made that play. Brady stretched out. What a great grab to get Millington.
Yeah, I would say that at this point, that's the play of the game, because if he doesn't come up with that, you're right. That rolls all the way to the fence, and that run scores for sure from first base. So great piece of hitting by Millington to go with the pitch over third base, but great job by Brady to keep it.
Runner moves, throw down to second base, throw is high. Not in time. Was it high? I thought it was high.
It looked high.
Okay. I was looking between bodies.
Speaking of bodies, the umpire's got a pretty wide body. It was hard to see that.
Exactly. I couldn't see through the.
We should have been looking at the screen if we didn't
glare,
have
I can't
glare
see
off
it.
the sun.
Yeah,
You're right.
It's tough. Runner on second, 2 outs. Dixon the batter. So the Patriots trying to move things around. You talked about it earlier, getting that runner in scoring position. And the throw back to second base to check on the runner, and Goda easily gets back in there, gets that head first slide. As a baseball player, you just love getting that uniform dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like it.
Moms don't like it, though.
No. Goda on second. Dixon at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. A shot to right.
He's
Will
going to
he
have to
score
come
a
up
run?
gunning.
Yeah, he's going to get there. He's going to score that run. And a single by Dixon gives the Patriots a 2-0 lead. That's why you get you'd love to get that runner over to in scoring, but even with 2 outs, get that runner in scoring position, move him around a little bit.
Anything can happen.
That's right.
Especially in high school baseball.
Cam Judson, the catcher.
We were told just this week signed for play baseball at Rose Holman, so we'll be hearing a lot of Cam Judson going forward.
Absolutely, and boy, I tell you, just look at the size of Judson. You look at his legs. Those are some tree trunks.
A lot of power comes from that lower half, and if you got a wide body, you're going to
Smokes one into right center. That's going to get to the wall. Runner is on his horse. Gibson rounding third. The play comes home. He goes back to third, and he's out. What a relay from Ross Olsen. The tag by Ty Stoltz to get Dixon at third. Got a little bit too far off the bag and got nabbed. The Patriots do score 1. Their lead is 2.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor.
Patriots get 1 run. They were looking for more. Olsen threw out Dixon, who rounded third on the single or the double by Cam Judson. And boy, I tell you, it was just a good play by Olsen to get the Braves off the field. Why are we counting down?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Thank you for participating.
Oh, the
in this year's
fundraiser.
Miracle
Gosh.
Oh, okay.
I was like, we got a pitch count or something tonight? What's going on?
I wouldn't be surprised if the pitch count doesn't, or the clock doesn't come to high school baseball.
At the plate to start the 4th inning.
Before we get that pitch count, we better get a shot clock in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I know people are hating me right now for saying that. See, Tony Harper in my ear. All right, I knew I was going to ruffle some feathers saying that. If you can't get a shot off in 45 seconds, then give the other team the ball back. We don't need to be tossing it around all day long.
Yeah.
Make a scoring play.
Yeah.
If you can't score, get the rebound and try it again. If not, get back on defense. Let's move this game. These kids can score in 45 seconds. That's a lot of time to get up a shot.
The most fun. I wish our listeners could hear Coach or Tony Harper in our ear just right now. It's fun for us. Nice shot right there.
Ty Stoltz with the.
Nope, not Ty.
I'm sorry, Cam Hoke. I'm sorry.
Cam Hoke.
Thank you. I'm Cam Hoke. Got a little bit ahead of myself.
Yeah,
Listen to Tony
we got
Harper.
caught up in the Tony Harper anti-shot clock, so we missed that. But great shot by Cam Hoke right there. I mean, he goes with the pitch and just drives the line shot over shortstop. So that'll bring up number 3, Ty Stoltz here.
You know, both of these teams getting bat on ball fairly well. You're seeing some pretty good contact as we're now in the top of the 4th inning. Bray is looking to get on the board. They have a runner on first with no one out. See if we see some movement on the base pass. That was going to go out of play. Stoltz popped out short in inning number 1. Toma looking over the runner at first base. He also did a little slide step there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm thinking fastball on the outside corner. What are you thinking here, Walt?
Yep, same.
Nope.
Oh,
Curveball.
Chopper to third. He goes to second. Does it get the play? And it did not turn it. But we did get the out at second. So good job by King to get the lead runner. A close play there. The Braves fans letting the umpire know all about it.
And the Braves players. I think most of it's coming from the Braves players. But, you know, it's hard to see. You know, it's a bang-bang play, and you're seeing it in real time. You always wish you could, you know, see the slow-motion video afterwards. But these umpires, these high school umpires, there's been a shortage over the past few years. They do a great job out here. So
full compliment. I don't know. When's the last time I saw 4 umpires in a high school baseball game?
Yeah, I don't know that I ever have. When I played, it
I've
was
seen
behind
3.
the plate and behind the pitcher's mound.
Like sectionals, you might see 3,
Yeah.
something like that.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, we got some
We got
conversation going on.
A little bit of animosity going on.
Yeah, conversation going on as we're going to have a conversation with the umpire. Coach for Terre Haute South is going to go out to second base to give umpire a piece of his mind. There's something that he saw and didn't like, or heard he didn't like. I don't know, but coach is he's very animated. So we're seeing the first base umpire motioning to someone down the first base line, maybe a spectator. I don't know what that was about, but in any case, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. And a pop to see if Kendall Gray can get there. He makes chase. And the Patriot fans let us know, as does our screen, that Kendall Gray made the play for out number 2.
Stepping to the box, number 2, Brady Wilson.
You know, and Brady had a nice double in the, what was it, the first or second inning? I want to say it was the second, but, you know, if there's one guy that you want up in this situation to maybe get you, you know, another run across the plate, Brady Wilson's probably one of your top 3 guys.
And that was skied, and this foul is going to be playable. I don't think it is, as Dylan King gave chase. Ran out of territory. Just a great crowd here at the ballpark tonight.
Yes, it
Just
is.
love to see this. And a throw on the runner.
He's concerned about him, ain't he?
You got 2 outs, but you want to keep that runner, which is Cam Hope, as close as possible. He got caught stealing in the first inning, so you know he will take off at a moment's notice. Fastball.
I'm sure it's happened once before today, but looking at the screen there and seeing Ty Stoltz on first base, I realize we've seen our first oven mitt appearance tonight. I'm not a big fan of those.
Yeah.
I know they're popular right now, but I'm not a fan.
Outside corner, very close, but a ball. Yeah, the oven mitt that's an interesting. You know, and I mean, I get it. You don't get your hands stepped on.
You don't want to get stepped on by the first baseman or, you know, middle infielder. I get it, but I think it looks goofy.
I agree. Nice stop by Judson. You see why Rose Holden wouldn't have wanted him. to play baseball for them.
And again, I'm showing my age like I'm ooh,
I'm begging for stirrups over here,
back in
man.
my day, we
Can I
didn't
get
wear
one
those.
player to wear stirrups? Is that too much to ask for? 3-1. High fastball and couldn't square that one up. Carpenter gets under it, and the Braves once again threaten but do not score. 2-0 your score coming from the bottom of the fourth.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
A big thank you to Great Dane for being on board with us here at the Indiana Sports Network, along with Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Kendall Gregg, the big strapping first baseman, looking at his second plate appearance here tonight. A good play by Langer, fielding his position. Retired him in the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see what Langer offers. A little late on that one, as that got a lot of the plate.
Yeah, that's interesting. That ball was inside, and he fouled it off to the left side.
Yeah.
So normally you would think that someone would turn on that. So maybe he might have been fooled by that a little bit.
Woo, boy, that one didn't come back as much as Langer wanted, but boy, Gregg was fooled on that one. The full count. Goes the other way with it. A great piece of hitting, and almost got a bad hop out there and left.
It took a big hop on Weidenbender there. Good job on him to have good reflexes and keep it off the fence, because that would have been extra bases for sure.
Peyton Lintonich, the DH. See if the Patriots can make a little noise with the bottom half of the lineup. The second time through, it's the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning. We play 7 around these parts in high school baseball. Squares around a bunt. He offers that. It goes down the first base line. A nice piece of bunting. Gets the runner over. Langer throws the runner out at first base as he fills his position. But Lintonich has Gregg over at second base with just 1 out.
Yeah, and I like Scott Lawson's game plan here. He's up 2-0. You know, he's got a runner on first base. Nobody out. He's going to, give up 1, play the small ball game, move him up to second base, hopefully get single here, get somebody in. They get another run lead.
Runs are at a premium here tonight. Both of these pitchers are doing a pretty good job. Dylan King, the third baseman. A mighty hack, but comes up empty. And Ross also going to have a conversation with his pitcher. I don't know if maybe the signal's getting crossed up a little bit there. Or
could be getting crossed up. I know when I played high school, we had signals to the hitter if we had somebody on second base. I don't want to give away secrets, but if we touched our helmet, we saw a fastball coming in. If we touched our belt, looked like off speed. So always trying to get that edge in baseball.
The 1-1, low and in the dirt. Next Tuesday, we'll be right back here at Terre Haute North High School as West Vigo comes to the north side. Listed as a 5:30 start. Is that accurate, Tony Harper? Mercy sakes, 5:30. That's early. Pitch in there for strike two. Full, is that 2-2 or 3-2? What do you got? Full count? Yeah, full count. Telling you, trying to see that scoreboard. King skies one in the short right. Hope is there. Out number two. Noah Bray, the left fielder.
Box number 22, Noah Bray.
You know, Walt, I'm a baseball fan, so I'm partial here. I'm neither a north-south fan or a north or south fan. I'd like to see South get on the board, make this a little bit more exciting. And it's still exciting, you know. It's only a 2-run game, but I'd just like to see South get on the board and just give a little bit more edge to this game tonight.
Another bunt attempt, and that was going to be fouled. Nothing wrong with a little late inning drama, you know.
Yeah.
Potential of a, game tying hit, a walk off maybe at some point. It's good theater.
Yeah. For me, being an ex-player, I like to see passion and emotion.
Absolutely.
And there's usually a lot of emotion, whether the game's really close or the game's a blowout.
Yep. Noah Bray gets hit by the pitch. Speaking of blowouts, the Lakers got blown out last night, didn't they? Boy, that was so ugly.
Coming to bat, number 7.
I got to be honest with you. I don't watch a whole lot of NBA basketball much anymore. I'm not against it. I love Steph Curry. I love, the Golden State Warriors. I love a lot of good athletes out there, but I don't know if it just, having kids in high school sports myself now, and I'm just never around to watch it or what, because my son.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I got one of those streaming services just so I can watch the playoffs.
Oh, really?
I did. Throw down to second base, trying to get the runner sleeping down there. Kendall Gregg a little far off the bag for Olsen's liking. Yeah, I had to get a streaming service so I wanted to watch the NCAA tournament. So there's
now I am a fan of the NCAA March Madness. I am always a fan.
And then now Kendall Gregg's going to come out for a pinch runner.
Patriots number 28, John Millington.
John Millington is going to pinch run, and I kind of was so surprised that I didn't see this earlier. But anyway, I figured I'd keep it till the playoffs are over, which, playoffs takes like 9 months, and then I'll get rid of it then.
Yeah. It's even, I'm almost the same way with Major League Baseball. I'm a big Major League Baseball fan, but there's so many games. I really don't pay attention until about August, September.
I don't pay attention to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Till NBA playoffs is over, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I know the Cardinals stink. That's about all I know. 1-2 the count. Carpenter looks at strike 3. What a great pitch by Langer. Patriots threaten. Cannot score. Braves coming up for the top of the 5th.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are!
You're #1 at York.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Nathan Wright leading things off for the Braves. After him will be Aiden Napier and Brady Weidenberger. Wright, the first baseman, swings at a pitch inside, a little low maybe. Up there hacking. Braves trying to get something going. Quickly, 2 strikes. Braves have had a runner on, at least one runner on base in every inning except third.
No.
Up the middle, and oh boy, I think it must have hit the edge of the grass and just died on Billington.
And it may have, but that is just a killer when you're up 0-2 as a pitcher and you give up a 2-strike hit. I mean, great job by the hitter. I'm sure. I'm losing my train of thought here, but Jackson Toma wants that one back.
Yeah. A little bit too much at the plate there.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to miss like crazy far, but you don't want it in the strike zone. You want to make him chase something. Nothing better as a hitter than getting the best of a pitcher when you were down 0-2.
Napier skies one. It'll be fouled out of play.
But South's got one on base. Yeah. Nobody out. Maybe this is the inning where they make this game a little bit more exciting.
2-0 your score. Patriots on top. Going outside. Braves dugout not quite as boisterous as they were earlier. Starting to make a little more noise though. I just love it when the players are in the game, making noise, communicating, encouraging, distracting.
Absolutely, because as a pitcher, you've got to try and figure a way to block that out. It's like the old For Love of the Game movie where Kevin Costner just clears the mechanism.
Right.
There's a lot of ongoing noise, and you just got to tune into that catcher's mitt and throw strikes.
And to King at third, over to second, the relay to first, actually in the dirt. As the Patriots tried to turn 2, not able to do so. They did once again. Got the lead runner as Napier will get on with the fielder's choice.
Yeah, Kendall Gregg almost makes a great play there at first base, but he keeps it in front of him, keeps it from, going to the fence and giving up an extra base on the overthrow. So great job by him.
Brady Weidenbender, the left fielder.
That made a great play earlier in the game.
Didn't he? Saved the run for the Braves. Oh boy, not much he could do with that one. Kind of a more of an anemic swing.
Yeah, it was like a afterthought. Late. I should have swung. I'll swing when it hits the catcher's mitt.
Might get that again. Well, I tell you, Judson behind the plate, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't jinx him right there.
No, I'm sure.
But boy,
I think it's evident as spectators and as fans are seeing why he's probably going to be playing at the next level.
Yes.
You know?
Big frame. Moves well behind the plate.
Yeah, and between innings, watched him throw down to second base. He's got a strong arm. He's got a quick pop to pop, which they call, which when the ball hits the catcher's mitt to when it hits the second baseman or shortstop's mitt, they call that to pop time.
Okay.
And he looked like he had a pretty good one.
Jackson Toma tried to go back to that same spot. He got that first pitch to Weidenbender. Didn't quite hit his spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 out.
Weidenbender's got to protect here.
Yeah. Oh, boy. High one as Toma misses a release point there. The thought was there, and it might have been strike 3. It would have been able to locate it. Full count. Wind picking up. Chopper to third. Trying to turn 2 again. Let's see if we get it this time. The scoop by Greg once again. Just a very tough play to make, and a great job by Cam Judson backing up first play. Put that on a highlight reel and show it to little leaguers all across the country. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what you ask of your catcher, to hustle down the line.
Yes.
You know, and get that overthrow. So obviously this young man's been taught early on the basics and, you know, what you need to do to be a successful player. And again, which is why I'm sure he's going to be playing for Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers next year. So congratulations again to that young man.
Even when the ball's not coming to you, you still have, in a lot of cases, have some sort of a responsibility, as Matt Ewing swings and misses. Patriots defense, very stout tonight. Outside corner, pitching ain't been bad either. Now, what do you do with the 0-2 if you're Toma?
But don't put it anywhere near the strike zone. I can tell you that from past experience. Good.
Got one high, yeah.
That's what we call a good miss.
Yes.
A good waste pitch.
And it wasn't so high to where Ewing, you know, would never swing at it.
Yeah, or that Judson wouldn't be able to make the play and it'd hit the backstop. So that's what I mean. It's got to be so far.
Did you get a balk?
Balk here?
Oh, my. Oh, it was a mistake there by Toma as he balked, and now just all of a sudden you have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The Pope could score a run. And strike 3.
Not if you don't swing.
Toma gives up the balk and shuts down the inning with the strikeout to Matt Ewing. Patriots coming back with a 2-0 lead after this.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
You limit walks and errors, and you give yourself a chance. Both of these pitchers are doing a pretty good job limiting their free passes. Langer back out here for inning number 5, facing Briar Goda, or in some circles, Briar Goda. Briar Goda. Yeah. Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah, what part of the country you're in.
Or what part of the state. Oh, boy, that one a little tight, and he gets out of the way of that one. He wants to swing that back. Go to 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of singles. Scored both of the Patriots' runs. Outside corner, just off the corner. Now a 3-1 count. Langer working those corners in out still. And shot to second. And Goda is retired for the first time tonight. Sun going down ever so slightly, so that we'll have some shadows on the field soon. But for us, it's a little easier to see the scoreboard and the monitor.
And the
so
monitor, you're
helps
right.
us. What up, champ? What's good, man?
Walt, you celebrity.
You know, actually, that's one of the players that was getting on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up with grew up known as his family, and
Well, he's getting on you, but he's talking to you
oh
still,
yeah,
right?
that's my guy. He is one of the coaches for South called me. Actually, a couple of them did. We weren't too happy with it. 1-2. The count to Nate Millington. That high one, and it bends down for strike 3. I tell you what, Langer is hanging in this thing. He's got a 2-run deficit, but he's doing his part.
Yeah, he is doing his part. I mean, you want to think that as a high school pitcher, you can win a game, with it giving up 2 runs.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a 2 ERA in high school baseball, you should be able to be in games. So South's got to find a way to get some base runners on, manufacture some runs, and get this game back. It's not out of reach, but just get it back into. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for, Walt, is just something closer than 2 runs away, because it just doesn't look like they're getting as many base runners on as they need to get back in this game.
Yep. Kyler Dixon skies one. Cam Hope will make another play out there in right field, and the Patriots go quietly 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. Top of the 6th looms for the Braves after this.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Screwed up on the
leading off the 6th inning for the Braves. Number 4, Levi.
Top of the 6th as the Patriots are up 2-0. Braves have 6 outs with which to work, so they gotta. You talked about that last half inning. They're gonna have to make something happen here in short order. Leading off for the Braves, Levi Weidenbender, the leadoff hitter. Drops down the bunt or squares to do so. Pulls it back. Ball 1 as it was outside. Corners were coming. Is it something to think about, or is he really going to try to bunt? Looks like it's something to think about as he tried to pull that down the first base line.
Yeah, I think he was just giving him something, maybe drawing the corners in, maybe giving him a little bit extra opportunity to get something through the hole here. But the corners are still playing him in, so.
Lifts one out to right. Will carry just a tad, but Goda had plenty of time, positioned well. So the Braves tonight, 4 hits, but only 3 left on base as one of them got caught stealing in the first inning. That'll bring up Cam Hoke.
I think Cam does have a single tonight, right?
He does. He has a couple of them. And he is the runner that got caught stealing in the first.
Yeah. I do have that in my notes. Thrown out, stealing.
So the on your your device that you're watching, it shows 10-2 as a score. That is incorrect. So we apologize for some technical difficulties. It is 2-0 Patriots.
And that is out of our control.
It
correct?
is.
That's how we're plugged into the high school press box here.
Got to keep you abreast of what's going on here. Shot up the middle. Ranging to his right as Dixon making the play. I'm just very impressed with the Patriots defense tonight.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, South, I would say, is, not just going, weekly. They're putting the ball in play.
Yep.
But, North's getting in front of the ball, making great plays. And, last weekend it looked like things were going South's way. This weekend, up to this point, anyway, it looks to be going North's. But again, this is one of the kids that did the big fly last year or last weekend against North. So Ty Stoltz, the 3-hole hitter, bats from the left side. Let's see if he can lose one here and make it a 2-1 ball game.
Got one to try to do something with, but on the outer third, got fouled out of play. Both of these pitchers still spending the majority of the time on the corners, which is where you do not want your children. You don't want your children on the corners, but you want your pitcher on the corners. Just missed on that one.
I was going to say, it looks like it was over the plate, maybe just a little high.
I agree with you. I thought we were going to get one. Top of the 6th. 2 outs. The 2-1. Once again, I'm very impressed. Both of these pitchers are dealing tonight. It's going to be a shame that somebody's going to lose this game when you look at the way these pitchers are starting these games.
Yeah, and again, it's looking like it's going to be South unless they can find a way to get some base runners on. They're again down to 2. Their last out. What are we in the bottom of the 5th?
Top of the 6th.
Excuse me. So they're only down to one more inning after this. So
that's right.
They need to get to work if they want to climb back into this ball game.
Tomo looking for a 1-2-3 inning to match Langer's and get one in the air. Drifts to right. Go to there. Has room. Makes the play. 1-2-3. Go the Braves. Coming from the bottom of the 6th. Excuse me. Patriots 2-0.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Gunnar Langer out for his 6th and what he hopes is not his last inning of work. If it is his last inning of work, that means either he got lifted or the Patriots won without having to bat in the 7th. Braves have 3 outs with which to work when they're Nats at bat. They've got to shut this. The umpire wasn't ready. Langer works fast.
So that will go away as a non-pitch there.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if does that pitch go against his pitch count in high school?
I would hope not.
Surely not.
I would hope not. Yeah.
Uh-oh. A lot of confusion here between blue catcher,
No.
pitcher.
I think we're ready. I know Cam Judson's ready.
That's right.
Just missed one in the first. And Langer brings him inside on the knees, at the knees for strike one. And then look at that, your sequence. You come inside, then you go outside with off speed. Just missed. Oh, my. That's the one that I wanted Cam to.
You go out, you miss it a little bit, you just kind of creep it back in, and that just caught the outside corner.
The 1-2.
Oh.
And he goes outside with it. Gets Judson swinging for out number one.
That's a great pitch sequence by Gunnar Lang there.
Coming to bat, number 45, Kendall Gregg.
You look at Langer. He wastes no time out there in the mound, especially when the bases are empty. He has a great rhythm.
How are you?
And he wastes no time. Kendall Gregg looks at off speed, and I tell you, this off speed is still very sharp.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good curveball. I wouldn't say that it's a tight break. You know, it's not a tight curveball. It's just kind of, it's a little something to get the hitters off on their front foot and out of balance. So he's got a good pitch sequence.
Gregg lifts one into left, playable for Weidenbender, and he makes the play.
Wasn't a pretty play, but you just, as a pitcher, you're glad that your defense backed you up on that one. So, and again, it's a little windy, especially to left field. So great job by Weidenbender to haul that one in.
Yep, it's a second play out there in left that looked like it. The wind, gave him a little bit of trouble. Lintnich, possibly the last hope for the Patriots in the bottom of the sixth.
Ooh, that ball just runs away from righties.
It does.
I don't know if everybody can see it on our screen, but like he, as a left-handed pitcher, he throws and it just runs into the left-hander's batter's box. And right there, what Peyton did, that's the only way you're going to be able to get good barrel on the ball is hit the ball opposite field. So unless he throws you inside, if that ball's running across the plate, you're going to have to go opposite field with it.
And there's one. He got good part of the plate. It's lifted deep into center. But Ewing was there to make the play. 3 up, 3 down. For the second inning in a row, Braves come back for their last at-bat.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school baseball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Braves starting with Olsen, Wilson, and Wright. That's 4, 5, 6. That's enough to tie it up at least, but, the way things have been going, you're going to need more probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's the meat of your order, so you're hoping, and I'm sure Coach Kramer is going to have them a little bit more selective, don't help the pitcher out. There we go. My guess is they're probably taking till they get a strike, and then he's going to green light him and let him swing away. But
Olsen, the catcher. And a nice play in the field, throwing out Dixon at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul tips. It looked like it might have got
they don't
Judson.
look like that felt well.
Yeah, and Olsen gives a little pat to his counterpart there. Hey, You all right there, big boy?
Yeah, I know.
Umpire gets some room time. Mm-hmm. You know, catchers
they respect each other.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
And they should. They know what it's like.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Ross Olson. Uh-oh, strike 3. Ring him up. That's strikeout number, I have 5 on the evening for Toma. Toma just shows no signs of wear.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking pretty good. We're in the top of the 7th. He's been dealing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's thrown many pitches.
No, he hasn't.
This has been a pretty quick game.
It has. I've been trying not to jinx that. I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. You know how these things go.
Here, but I'll knock on plastic.
Yeah. Brady Wilson. Count even at 1. Turns on 1, foul ball. Wilson would love to get on plate to represent on base to represent the run that could, or the runner that could get things started for the Braves. They need a base runner desperately.
Yeah, I guess you could say he'd be the runner to bring the tying run
Yes.
to the plate.
Yeah, I started to say he could be the tying run. I'm like, no, Walter, he can't be. But then I had to change it.
I was following you, and
Yeah.
I was thinking how when you were done I could help you out there.
Drop strike 3, and throwing down the first base, and back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. Not what the Braves wanted, but I tell you, the Toma is exactly what he wanted to shut this thing down quickly.
Yeah. I mean, he's pitched a great ball game
Yep.
to this far. So, there's still 1 out to go. A lot can happen, but he's done his part, and his hitters have been behind him and helped and done their part. So,
just pumping strikes here. Nathan Wright, the first baseman, looks at a ball. Braves have not sent 5 runners to the plate in any inning today. Often don't say that for a high school baseball game. This looks at strike 2. There's a beauty. Braves down to their last strike. Lifted into right. Goda, as he's done all night, makes the play. This one to end the game. Goda has made probably about 4 or 5 plays out there in right field, and the Patriots get a big victory over the Braves in the glove game here in 2023. So 2-0 your score, Brad, as you mentioned a quick game. It was about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit shy of an hour and a half. I think we got started a few minutes late.
Yeah.
The pitching is really the name of the game.
Yeah,
today.
I mean, it was not what you would expect from a high school game. I mean, unless you're facing just some dominant pitchers. But, both pitchers tonight in Gunnar Langer and Jackson Toma, I mean, for a high school game to end in a 2-0 contest score, that's pretty good. So I know South's going to be upset that they lost this one, having gotten the first one, because this one kind of really means more to the players. But as far as bragging rights, right now they're 1-1, so nobody can really have something over the other one. But North just did a great job. I was very impressed with Jackson Toma and a lot of the guys. The young freshmen with Goda and Millington. Bryce Carpenter. Those guys are just competitors, and they found a way to manufacture those 2 runs and get the W for the North Patriots. So congratulations to Coach Scott Lawson and the North Patriots tonight.
And even with that, Gunnar Langer, have to mention him, very impressive outing on the mound, only giving up 2 runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying is Gunnar's not an overpowering pitcher, but he's a crafty pitcher. He understands his weaknesses, he understands his strengths. And, he's going to be a location pitcher for probably most of his career, and he did a great job of that tonight. Unfortunately, the South hitters just weren't able to give him support tonight.
Well, our next broadcast here at Terre Haute North will be Tuesday as West Vigo comes to town. That'll be a 5:30 start to the game, a 5:15 pregame show. Hopefully I'll be able to get here in time for that one. That'll be tough. Sunday, our next broadcast overall, we'll be at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Manchester will be in town for a doubleheader. That's 11:45 pregame and a 12 noon, high noon, first pitch. I want to thank our sponsors one last time. Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Kanan Harper, Ganoa Gastineau, Sebastian De La Rosa, our camera operators. Keith Lawson, our video technician. Tony Harper, our director and producer. For myself, Walter Gordon, and for Brad Pierce, we'll saying good night, God bless. This has been a production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC. Thank you for watching.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.